helps with your quality. Shock. I don't think I'm dropping anything on my end in terms of like connection or frames, so. Also, Toad saying TiVo is way better than last time they saw TiVo play. Yeah. That's what happens when you continue to. That shows the power of the, I don't know, playing the game in a community, right? If you have friends playing the game, that's how I got hooked on classic Tetris, for example. Just awesome community, awesome people to be around. Heck, that's probably how I got hooked on any Tetris, because I joined like the hard drop community. For those of you that are familiar with hard drop, it used to be the go-to online community for Tetris for a long time. Is Evo? Let's see. Holding out for this Tetris? I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. Dropping the zone. I guess they wanted to counteract what PH was doing there. So going for a defensive stance. Ooh, but PH was able to muster out a lot of pressure during that, and TiVo is going to top out. Welcome in, Grass Pelt. Bots are inbound. Uh-oh. But they have the best viewers. Don't we all want the best viewers on Twitch? We are the best viewers. I guess so. I want some of those sweet, sweet bot viewers. Those are definitely the best. All right. So, okay. TiVo needed that zone. Doesn't use that quarter zone though, and is going to top out. PH taking the win there after some early game pressure for sure. But GG, yeah. To add to Toad's sentiment, TiVo, you're definitely improving, and happy that you're participating on our weekly community showcases. Yeah, especially like within there's a lot of amazing modern Tetris players within our niche of our corner of the internet, right? So those of you that are watching and like maybe like, dang, that player is good at Tetris, do not fret. A lot of us have played a lot of Tetris, so yeah, I assume anyone can do this. I've seen players that just started playing in the last few years that are like considered some of the best players. So, oh, we are not starting soon. Okay, who's up next? We have LB versus Tetris Wizard 21. Yes, Tetris Wizard is going next, y'all. Tetris Wizard and... oh god, my goldfish memory. Who's the other player? LB. How could I forget LB? Oh, wait. Yes, let's make a new room code. Thank you, chat. I'm on my B- game tonight, all right? Block terms. That's not a bad idea. I assume there's probably a running list out there, right? I believe we have our 2 players here. Good luck, have fun. Is Tetris Wizard actually from Japan here? Got FCD, Karo, PPI, aka Tetris Wizard, and LB. Ooh, we got that PC open. All right, not finding that clean T-spin double, but you can actually turn this into... Okay, you know what? Yeah, Tetris Wizard just opting to find that clean well, especially on this early game, right, where any of those incoming attacks are most likely going to end up in that same column 3. So you can tank attacks and use that as firepower towards your opponent here. Although Tetris Wizard opting to block them. Both players are at max zone. All right. Tetris Wizard first to enter the zone, and LB following suit. Ooh, big pressure coming in on LB's side. No quarter zone just yet from LB, surprisingly. There it is. There's that quarter zone. Maybe a little too late, though. And Tetris Wizard will take game 1. Showing some pretty good efficiency, 87 to 60. You know what? I've never played Splatoon. I'm surprised I haven't played it. I know it's pretty popular. I need to give it a try. LB is way up high here. Unfortunately, they had the T-spin waiting for them. Maybe had some unexpected pressure from Tetris Wizard. A little too much upstack. And Tetris Wizard taking game 2. Game number 2. Nice, got a double PC open. LB opting, waiting a little bit to make sure they get the block on that. Oh, Tetris Wizard really wanted that Imperial cross setup. Unfortunately, under some pressure. Possibly if... don't be afraid to use zone before you hit max. It's better to use that zone, make sure you stay alive. As, you know, being alive is better than not being alive in Tetris, believe it or not. Okay. Neither player can find that PC open. LB striking back here. Okay, opting to set up the wall, set up the kick for that that S spin, rather than send the Tetris, which worked out pretty well considering garbage is very clean at this point. So, all right, LB, I see you with that that fractal setup. Fractal being kind of like the double-decker T-spin double we saw. Yeah, really good stacking from both players, to the point where I feel like when you have good fundamentals in terms of creating attacks and whatnot, speed will come next, right? if you are somebody that's new to the game, I definitely just recommend picking up on the strategies and all that, and speed will become more natural. Of course, you can, if that's the way you prefer to play, and I totally understand it, trying to get fast at this game, it can be really rewarding. Yeah, typically speed will come with practice, and if you're practicing the fundamentals rather than speed itself, it'll lend itself to pretty strong multiplayer. Alright, so LB putting on some pressure here. Ooh, actually, that misdrop of that long bar. Kind of unfortunate for Tetris Wizard. That was on track to be a really strong zone attack. LB able to tank that. Let's see if LB can make their way to that clean well waiting for them. We're pretty close there. There we go. I like that early use of the zone just to make sure they can get to it. And here we go. That's a really clean zone so far. And didn't get that T-spin double in the zone, but following up with it to add some extra pressure. Looking like Tetris Wizard is going to have to trigger a half zone on their end as well. Ooh, we got a tiebreaker coming up. Game 5. I'm liking this matchup right now. It's actually, I can see good stacking in the works for both players. Albeit they're not as fast as, you know, the Jadens of the world or anything. I'm really liking their habits, and it's creating for some interesting gameplay here in a back and forth. Okay. Yeah, a lot of options. So LB is going for this 3-6, usually referred to as 6-3 stacking, where you have a column in either column 3 or column 6, which lend itself to pretty easy freestyling options, knowing when to go for Tetrises or to downstack. And there's a lot of T-spin opportunities with that. 6-3 is kind of, it is the meta still, unless, I don't know if like Sake Gohan or Akashi Robo opens 6-3 anymore. I think Akashi Robo, if you have the firepower to not open with 6-3, you can definitely pressure your opponent in phase 1. But yeah, generally just farming zone is a great way to play zone battle, because zone itself has extra attack bonuses associated with it just by clearing lines during zone. So oh, did I miss a C-spin? Yeah, C-spins are very enjoyable to watch. And also when you set it up, you feel like, yep, I hit that C-spin. I may or may not be good at Tetris. Okay. This is a close match. LB kind of setting up these freestyle T-spins. Not really the best board health, but able to get out some APM here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sacrifice that second T-spin, probably the right move, in order to just bring this board down and get to that clean well waiting for him. Like, look at, so, yeah, see that Tetris waiting in column 4? Usually pretty smart to try to efficiently downstack your way to that and use that free firepower waiting for you. And if you bring it down, of course, you can have a little more freedom to accept and block attacks if you're not playing from the top here. Oh, wait. I thought LB was going for a high-level maneuver there for a moment. A little too high to get creative with that, though. So LB actually under pressure. This... Okay, finally gets to that clean well, bringing this board down, allowing LB to... Oh, you know what? It is neck and neck. LB does have the zone advantage. always something to take into consideration.
Okay.
So once that score hits 60,000, we will in fact enter phase 3. The music's going to get intense. So you'll hear a little ding, and then you're going to hear the music amp up. That's how you know you're in phase 3, where the incoming attacks are very messy, almost always interchanging. And then on top of that, your zone depletes faster. Look at that zone meter depleting itself away on Tetris Wizard side. So it's really hard to get an Ultimatris once you enter this phase 3. And looks like LB is actually going to reverse it and take game number 5. GG's, that was a great matchup. We can all thank Ferox for that wonderful matchup. The genius matchmaker. Of course, Ferox foresaw this conclusion, this game 5. All right. GG's. Up next, we are going to have... so Famo versus PH unless someone else joins. Is that still the case here, Ferox? Oh, it looks like PH and Shock, you might have some bonus matches just so we have fair matchups. Is that the case? Is Famo and Twiz, are they comparable in skill level? Let's see. Otherwise, yeah, we can do the closer matches, I suppose. Eggs. Very nice, LB. I choke nonstop so it could be 5K. Oh, check my DMs. Sorry, I actually, my monitor right now is hard to explain, but I have Discord on a monitor over here, and because of how my loft, like the walling is set up, it's blocking the DM bubble. So sorry if it's better to see it. Okay, we can do Famo versus PH. I think that's fair. Just so we have a closer matchup. That's totally okay with me. Okay. So yeah, Famo and PH, when you're ready, we can do this. I see they're both in here. Luck, have fun. I believe this is Famo's first community showcase, so give him a shout out, a warm welcome. Within your abodes, your domiciles, your homes, speak to your screen and say good luck, Famo. All right. And good luck, PH. Famo has that first time on stream favoritism. But do not fret. After next time Famo is on, I will not be a Famo fan. All right. Famo making their way towards that open column 8 there. So taking that double, now has a very clean board. Set up for some Tetrises, or one Tetris, but it looks like they're going to continue stacking this 09 here. And decides to, so what was that, a 3/4 zone. with at least 2 Tetrises in here, as long as there's barring no misdrops. Very nice. Ooh, okay. So putting some pressure on a PH. PH using that zone, unable to really utilize too many lines, able to squeeze out an Octorus. Yeah, I'm going to have to work through this board state. If I were PH, I would like to make my way to that shiny gold open row waiting in column 9 for Tetris. And PH is doing a really good job bringing this board down, actually very quickly. And there we go, we have that open well. Some free firepower awaiting, free ammunition. And there's that fire. Oh, I was about to say, there's that firepower. Once we see the Tetris there. Oh no, we missed another one. Throwing that long bar to the far right twice in a row. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. PH is trying to move a little too fast. Take your time and make sure that Tetris connects. Otherwise, you may lose. Famo taking game number 1. PH playing like all of us. Yes, Twiz. Yeah, if you try to push your speed, which happens, like, especially if you are... I try to push my speed against players that are better than me, right? Just because, like... something's got to give, right? Got to make some sacrifices. So sometimes when a player forces speed to try to catch up to an opponent or bring a board down, it could spell disaster. I guess it's a gamble. All right, so PH finding that J Tuck has this double waiting for him. Yeah, and Famo with pretty conservative, clean gameplay so far. Sticking with this 09, nothing wrong with that at all. And yeah, actually opening with a Tetris opener like this, you tend to get more zone charge. So yeah, because you have to soft drop for T-spins, right? And T-spins only clear 2 lines. If you're trying to get a lot of T-spin doubles early on, you're actually going to be charging zone not as quickly as somebody that's just only going for Tetrises. It's good to have a little bit of a mix in depending on the opponent and how the game is going, like if you really want to try to pressure your opponent or make them zone early kind of thing. And yeah, PH is going to top out game number 2 there. That's a clean round from Famo, just throwing down some Tetrises and had a clean zone there. It's kind of good fundamentals. Yeah, Famo isn't setting up T-spins or anything like that at this level, and yeah, if you are newer to the game, I just recommend doing the easy stuff, like going for Tetrises. And like I said, like you can actually use this strategy at the highest level because you are going to be getting zone faster than your opponent. Like, it's a valid strategy. Players opt to do 6-3 typically for like sprinting or trying to move quickly, but we also have players that have extremely fast 09 sprints, like Ritteru from Japan, for example. Customized colors have to win. You know what, Twiz? So sometimes, like, when I tell myself to slow down, in a way, I'll almost play faster because I'm, like, focusing on the things that I should be focusing on, right? Sometimes sometimes when you focus on speed itself, you kind of like drown out like strategy and gameplay. I think a good in between is if I always tell myself to focus on the piece preview, and when you're doing that, in a way you kind of just naturally play faster if you know what pieces are coming next, and you can maybe think of some strategies along the way there. So that's usually my like go-to focus check is like, all right, let me just try to focus on the piece preview a little bit more. So welcome in Red Lyra. Is that a Tetris Effect connected reference? I think I recall thinking that, but I didn't say anything. I didn't want to call out any puns. But unfortunately, Red Lyra brought it to our attention that there was a pun embedded somewhere, possibly. Monochrome aesthetic blocks for the win. Yeah, monochrome is kind of like, it's what the devs intended when you think about it, right? Like, this is how Ishihara-san may want your game to look. Our one of our game directors and or producer. But with that being said, I struggle with the monochrome colors because I almost use the color in my like peripheral vision, right, to kind of like see what piece is coming next without actually looking at the piece preview. I think a lot of players might be in the same boat. With that being said, there are a lot of fast players that it doesn't really matter what the color of the piece is. I think Blink will play monochrome. I know Dormy is super fast with monochrome. It just depends on the player and their preferences and how they view the game. Never ending. There's something wrong with the never ending rant, Ferox. The meta game for that rant may change over time, and maybe you'll have a moment like, I can't wait for this monochrome rant to pop up because I have a new way to approach it. Maybe you're lying awake at night like, oh, I never thought about this regarding the monochrome piece color rant. So you should be thankful that this is an ongoing topic. It's the spice of life. All right, so this is a long game here. Both players just not really, how'd I put it? Kind of playing conservative and showing good fundamentals, knowing how to bring their board down. I think proper down stacking is super important for multiplayer, and these players are kind of aware of their situations and knowing when to upstack and when to downstack. I guess at a certain point you can over downstack, but I think if you are new to the game, like, definitely practice your downstacking, bring your board down, and using that free ammunition available to you, right? Unfortunately for PH, that ammunition doesn't look very helpful right now, as it is messy, the messy golden blocks at the bottom. But a lot of the times, in Phase 1 or Phase 2, before that score hits 60,000, you are going to have very clean attacks waiting for you. It also depends on the kind of attacks the opponent is sending to you, right? So if Famo is sending some combos or some extra like doubles and triples, I guess there's chances for the board to be a little messier. Same with like back-to-back. If one player is maintaining back-to-back and the other isn't, it's like +1. And Famo will take it 3-0, but I think that was a pretty close matchup. And we got some thumbs up. Good sportsmanship from PH. Let's get that tunnel in the middle of the field, everybody, so that everyone can run through the tunnel that the parents hold up. GG's. And all right. Who is up next? I think we have Shock versus somebody. Shock versus someone. Twiz. Shock versus Twiz. Get in here, Twiz. It's your time to shine. You are matched. Twiz is chatting from YouTube. Although on Twitch, yeah, you can see with our multi-chat window here. Oh, you're welcome, Famo. Glad you made it out here. That was your first showcase, right? Always looking for new players, or always happy to have new players to experience what it's like to have matches commentated and whatnot. Because during like the busy tournament periods, right, we don't always have the chance to commentate matches of all skill levels, or else we'll be here for 24 hours. So this every Friday, it's good to get a mix of players of all skill levels. So definitely appreciate everyone that tunes in every Friday. All right, so Twiz found their way here. Just waiting on Shock. Then on deck, we have a Grass Pelt versus Akin next. All right. Looks like Shock and Twiz have found the lobby. Got that Grandmaster avatar and the what's the name of that one? I always forget the name of this avatar. I think Green Tea uses this avatar. What is the name of it? Oh, no, not this one. Is this Archer? It's not Archer. Green Tea uses a different one. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, tricky board from Twiz. Unfortunately, he's at long bar to kind of keep the stack clean. But that incoming pressure from Shock maybe threw Twiz off a little bit there. So an early game one for Shock. What is Twiz cooking here? We got a 3-wide. I love it. Who here doesn't like a good combo? Who here doesn't like the stress of knowing your opponent is setting up a big combo? So you try to move faster, and then it backfires. Does anyone relate to that? All right, so Twiz actually, yeah, another nice combo here. I love this kind of stacking. You don't like 3 and 2 widers? You know, I used to like almost always open 3 wide. This is before anyone even knew what a 4 wide was. All right, so we got a really clean board for Shock. Playing from the bottom here. See if Shock can try to muster up some extra APM from the bottom to apply pressure after Twiz gets out of the zone. And Twiz should be able to get out fairly unscathed. That square misdrop is going to be a little tough to deal with. Honestly, at this point, you might just want to throw some speed at it and try to get this board down. Nice use of that hold piece to accommodate, get that long bar to that open right well, that triple waiting. Twiz does cover up the well and is undergoing some pressure there from Shock, who is bringing their A game. And I was waiting. I was gonna say A game, and I'm like, oh, let's see what their grade is, but it ended up being A, nonetheless. Ooh, Toad looking for some Zone Battle warm-ups in the Fine Online Matches channel. Oh, already found a match. Twiz finding that T-spin. What's more important is surviving here. So Twiz has this max zone, but yeah, really high to the board now. Has some okay pieces. This is really tricky for anybody. Is able to stay alive, but no T piece for this T-spin and a double Z piece. And that's unfortunate. There's another Z piece in the queue. And Shock is going to take it 3-0. GG's. C, says Twiz. Twiz, actually, you've crushed it in the past here. Get out of here with that negativity. GG to both players, Shock and Twiz. Thank you for participating. Next up, we have Red Lyra versus Toad. So Toad, I know Toad just went into a warm-up match, but you are already up. Did you really? Wow. Twiz, I appreciate your grind. There's an ebb and flow to that. When you have losing streaks, I don't know. I'm thinking back to when I used to ladder. I did a lot of laddering on a game called StarCraft 2. Players might be familiar with, but I would certainly have those big losing streaks. They make you stronger. They make you a better player. The next day, you're going to wake up on the right side of the bed and be like, I'm a Tetris god after all that laddering and all that practice. So, there's good. There's off and on days for sure. I thought it was Akin. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I totally skipped it. It's Grass Pelt versus Akin. Excuse me. So let me tag them. I'm always trying to skip Grass Pelt on accident. All right. So Grass Pelt and Akin, you are up. Yes, Akin. That's exactly it, Akin. You do not exist to me. That is 100% what happened. Okay, looks like Grass Pelt found the lobby. Also, hope you are doing well, Akin and Grass Pelt. Grass Pelt recently 100%ing the Steam ritual avatars on that grind for that final avatar, making me think the game was bugged, but it was in fact just really bad luck. Akin, where are you at? Tilt is so real. Yeah, as much as I don't like to admit to it, I hide my tilt. I keep it in the back of my head. No one needs to know that I'm tilting behind the facade of a happy smile. All right, Akin found their way here. When you two are ready, I am ready. Good luck, have fun. Did the on-screen chat break? I don't think so. Oh, was it not caught up? That's weird. I see it's caught up now. Maybe it just needed a little kick in the jukebox. And yeah, those of you that were not with us at the beginning of the stream, definitely check out our recent T40 highlight video. Let us know in the comments what your favorite part of our summer event series was, whether it was being at CTWC 2024, watching some of our high-level community, our special community showcase series, or the big one recently was the Tetris Block Party, which was an awesome experience for me, just seeing all the Tetris games come together here, and glad that we were able to kind of put that on. But yeah, give that a view, and let us know what your favorite part of the Tetris 40 anniversary was. And of course, it is still that anniversary year, so there may be more to come. All right, Akin with that Dodecatrice. I feel like I say that one the least. Is that a Perfectress from Pelt to counteract Akin's Dodecatrice? That's mind-boggling. All right, Pelt setting up some efficiency here, nailing that T-spin double. Ooh, a little bit of a misdrop on that long bar, I believe. Akin doing Akin things with this two-piece preview. I love the unique approach to the game. All right. So sitting on that max zone, when is Akin going to trigger this zone? There it is. So that quick double Tetris, very nice. That is a dream zone setup, especially with that clean garbage in phase 2. So this could put on some pressure to Pelt. Let's see if Pelt can counteract it with a powerful zone of their own. So far, so good. A bit of a combo there. So bringing it down quickly. And is going to actually block Akin's fairly strong zone there. So nicely done. Neck and neck on score. And yeah, when we hit that 60,000 points, we will enter phase 3, where things will get a little bit more intense and attacks will be stronger due to the varied garbage. I feel like we say garbage a lot, right? We need to find a waste management sponsor for our Tetris tournament in the future. If we have any waste management head honchos watching here, hit me up. All right. Another nice, I like how Pelt enters these zones with combos. Welcome in, Ahi. Ooh, can't get that T-piece over. There might have been a curb potential there. Very strong zone to enter phase 3, and Akin didn't have a quarter zone there to defend. Bringing their S game. And Pelt, of course, repping the monochrome enthusiast out there, or monocolor. Ooh, hits that perfect clear. Oh no, that perfect clear catching. I didn't catch how Akin had the that high middle there. I don't know if that was a Z piece, but yeah, Pelt caught Akin, unfortunately. Ooh, Akin with okay, wanted to see that C-spin, I guess. There we go. Not so much a C-spin. I don't even know what the name of that opener is. Into this 2 wide, or I suppose 6-3. It just looks like a 2 wide because it needs to get caught up on one side. So yeah, nice opener from Akin there, playing a little little bit of a firepower to kick it off, and then getting into a pattern stacking situation, which favors speed, which is recommended for phase 1 since it helps you to charge zone faster. Maybe explain IRS for the newbies. Yeah. So initial rotation system. also known as IRS, allows you to initially rotate the piece before it spawns. So if you are holding left rotate, for example, before a piece spawns and you have IRS enabled, when that piece spawns into your board, it will be rotated to the left. Some rotations actually allow you to elevate the piece. For example, you can use a long bar IRS in order to creep it over a height that would be unattainable otherwise. And it's really nice for finishing out those zones. And ooh, look at that misdrop from Akin. Let's see if they can recover this. Really like that use of the zone, just not to let the board get too high. A decent recovery there. I think Akin has some good firepower waiting. So yeah, as long as Akin's able to bring it down here, I think we'll be okay. Pelt does have that zone advantage though, so if they manage to use that max zone, yeah, ooh, this is close. Pelt doesn't really have the best board though to send an attack and take Akin out, so Akin is going to be able to survive, likely get at least a half zone here, and has some clean wells waiting, so Akin can bounce back. Color clear. Yeah, I like the state for Akin, even though it is only a 3/4 zone. It's a very clean one with some firepower mixed in to accommodate, or not, to make up for the lack of that max zone. So yeah, putting a lot of pressure on a Pelt there, forcing this quarter zone. So nice back and forth currently. And Pelt does not have a T-piece and is going to top out. Akin on the board, no sweep. Putting the brooms away. Ooh, with the perfect clear. Pelt doesn't have any zone. Oh man, Pelt. Good that Pelt recognized the situation. It's like, okay, I need to get a quarter zone or find a way to bring this down. Unfortunately, the sequence wasn't there, and we have a tiebreaker. Payback. Ooh, Akin with that Imperial Cross opener. I think they messed up the T-spin there, but it is what it is. Happens to the best. All right. That being said, Akin in a pretty good board state. Pelt also in a good board state. Both players able to stack around the incoming garbage well, unless it ends up moving, but it's unlikely that it's going to move early on. I believe it's like a 10% chance, right, of changing. Nice. I like these combo approaches from Pelt. The combo table is a little bit nerfed in zone, but you have no line clear delay, right? So because of that, combos are strong, knowing that you'll be able to clear so many singles and doubles, which is why the combo table is slightly nerfed inside of zone. Outside of zone, however, combo tables should be a little stronger. We got a double Tetris there for Pelt. Very nice. So kind of swaying a little bit in terms of... Oh, that misdrop. That is brutal. A quick roof setup there for Akin. I see... Okay. Akin kind of away from the top here. Still has this incoming attack from Pelt. If Akin can make their way to these clean wells, that'd be huge. Okay, and there's some messy garbage coming in, so it gives Akin a little bit of time to set their board up. There's that T-spin double into a Tetris. I think Akin should be okay. Very nicely played and nice awareness, knowing what to accept and what not to accept. With that being said, this pressure continues from Grass Pelt. Akin does have another zone charged up. But nice. Oh. A little bit of indecision there on how to approach the incoming garbage. But it does end up working out for Akin into this Tetris. Oh, missing the Tetris. Not the end of the world there. However, that misdrop on the long bar, that is rough. Gonna have to force Akin to find either a clever clear here. There's one. Actually, that was as good as it gets. Turning that into a T-spin double. Very nicely played from Akin. With that being said, though, because that utilized that quarter zone, this max zone from Grass Pelt is probably going to hit pretty hard, and also bring it into phase 3. So even if Akin zones here, look how quickly this depletes. So it's looking dire here. Able to squeeze in that Tetris, and this full board of garbage. Akin is not dead yet. Oh no, can't get that long or the J piece over. And that is going to be game. Very nice series there. GG. Well played from both players. Okay, I think up next we have Toad and Lyra. Make your way to the lobby. Oh, lobby has been destroyed. Make your way to the new lobby. Lyra, Toad. Okay. And Ferox, you might want to edit the pin for the room code. Ooh. I am curious about this upcoming match. I feel like I should be pretty close, right? Or both players listed SR. I guess we will find out. I think this is a 10K plus matchup, if not close to it. I think they're both around the 10K mark. Yes, GG Dias of Lyra. Cannot agree more. Deciders is what we want. Alright, looks like Toad and Lyra are in here. Good luck, have fun when you two are ready. Got some emotes. Let me throw some emotes in there to kick this off. How are we feeling? Lyra has the smile in their name, so I'll get some smiles in. Where am I? There we go. I'm on the right there with that smile. And we are off. Nice stacking from both players. Utilizing T-spin doubles, mixing in some efficiency. Alright, Toad sitting on this max zone. Lyra first to use that zone. Toad, yeah, he has some issues he has to work through momentarily, but does have a clean T-spin single. Maybe trying to get to this triple setup. I don't think that's an easy solve, though. Okay, we finally have that T-spin triple. Tanking a little bit here. Oh, taking way too much there. And Lyra is going to take game number 1. Yeah, maybe misreading the... so you can see the incoming garbage and the fragments. We'll see next time it happens there. But in between the zone meter and your board, you see that column? That will light up and show the fragments of the incoming attack, and you can try to kind of spot how high that might put you on your board, help you know when to accept garbage and when to decline it, try to block it, or go into that zone if it's like a really big chunk that you know you can't really accept at the moment. But yeah, kind of like what we saw, for example, last game, Akin saw there's a bunch of little fragments from Grass Pelt thanks to Grass Pelt starting the zone in a combo, so that zone garbage was shown in the garbage queue following the zone, right? Allowed Akin to kind of continue to stack for a little bit, knowing that the incoming garbage is actually not going to be a big attack. Okay, so Tetris for Lyra, finding her way up towards the top of the board. Yeah, a bit of pressure from Toad. I think Lyra does have an out, looking to make their way to that clean column 4 well waiting for him. And there we go. He's been single. Meanwhile, Toad kind of comboing through. Has 2 messy rows and then a Tetris waiting under that. So Toad is going to have to keep that in mind, deciding on when they zone. This would be a good, yep, this, triggering that zone with that T-spin, going into that clean well. Does break back-to-back, but still gets that Tetris bonus. And Lyra fishing for some big zone there. Gets that 47 Perfectris, and Toad has a 45 Decahexatris. So neck and neck. Toad with just 1 garbage heading into that phase 3. 1 row of garbage. And phase 3 is very important. Ooh, a C-spin setup from Toad. Very, very nice. Phase 3 really highlights how important it is to know to utilize good macro play. And what I mean by that is knowing when to accept, when to block, and when to send attacks. I think that's super important in phase 3 because of the messy garbage. And there is a lot of ways to utilize your lead in this phase. All right, so Toad, that C-spin put on a lot of pressure there, and Lyra tops out, so GG. Oh, welcome in, Star. Hope your Friday is going swell. I had the chance to see Star at a recent Tetris Regional here in Columbus, Ohio, which is a lot of fun. Ooh, Toad up high here. Let's see if he can bring it down. All right, manages to get a T-spin. Oh, that long bar over the open well. I feel like it might be some mistakes just trying to play a little quick here. So a bit of a delay getting to that clean well on Toad's side. Meanwhile, Lyra trying to finish up this zone, apply some pressure given the situation. See where she ends up here. And, oh, just barely missing that Ultimatris. You do get a nice bonus for the 20. So really close to that. But Lyra loaded the board. This is kind of a nice way to, if you're not sure exactly how strong this incoming zone is, there we go. So it was smart of Lyra to be low to the board. Given maybe they had a game sense knowing like Hey, my zone didn't send quite as much as I think it should have. Toad has the potential to send a stronger zone than me. Let me just play from the bottom of my board so that I can tank any incoming attacks. I don't know if I'm actually reading Lyra's inner monologue appropriately, but that tends to be a great way to deal with an incoming zone that could be stronger, is just play from the bottom of your board, and if there's a big chunk of garbage, you might have a chance to accept it. Alright, Toad playing from the top here. Ooh, that overhang. That might have been survivable with an IRS, but that maybe not really knowing how strong Lyra's next attack was there. So on to game number 4. See if Toad can bring it to a decider here. Definitely capable. I feel like this is a really close matchup. I did read your mind. Good to know. Good to know me and Lyra are on the same page. All right, so Lyra having a zone a bit early there, not necessarily what she would have wanted, but it is still phase 1, meaning this open Tetris well is going to allow Lyra to charge zone very quickly. Yeah, already at that 3/4, so not a big deal, and this just will put Lyra into more of a defensive posture here. She is already once again low to her board, so kind of a little bit of deja vu from last game. She might want to tank this first chunk, there we go, and then use that zone. So this allows you to kind of turn things back into your favor a little bit if you can use the opponent's garbage against them. So very nicely played. Setting up that T-spin more so for down stacking reasons, and I think it's gonna pan out okay. Ooh, oh, a little bit of greed from Toad, but it might pay off. Yeah, finds a quick zone. So this board definitely gonna want to work through this, at least this top column, to bring the board down a bit, or top this Tetris of garbage waiting for Toad. So pretty close. Lyra definitely has a healthier board state. But Toad is dropping some APM, putting on some pressure, allowing Toad to not receive any attacks from Lyra, because Toad keeps sending these T-spin doubles, meaning there's not really an opportunity for Lyra to send an attack unless she were to tank those T-spins and then try to send something, which is pretty risky. All right, a nice setup here. Ooh, this like LST setup here for Toad. So a lot of APM potential. But it does even out going into phase 3, so very neck and neck here. Toad dropping the sweat emoji. I like Toad stacking right now, though. Mixing in a lot of T-spin doubles. Like, pressure can really stack up here. I think T-spin doubles are a little more worth it here than, say, on phase 1, just knowing that that extra firepower is always going to be sent into messy garbage, so it's not like your opponent is going to be able to capitalize on it as well as they might be able to. They're not going to be receiving like Tetrises, for example. At least not very often unless they get lucky. So Lyra being put under pressure here has actually a decent down stack. I don't know if it's going to be enough though. I'm going to need another little quarter zone. Unless... Oh no, it's close. But not quite. So some good pressure from Toad, bringing it to game number 5. Catquick saying Toad doing some interesting stuff there. For sure. Ooh, so close. It pays off, though. Shows Lyra fairly confident in their board, or their state, and just good game sense knowing when to tank and when not to. It is aggressive, though. If Lyra not topped out, made a misdrop there, playing so high to the board, that would spell the end. But able to get a pretty strong zone so far. Finding a 19 Perfectress 41 attack. And because Lyra went first, she should be able to get a quarter zone as like insurance here. Already has that quarter zone. So even if Toad does send a stronger attack, because Lyra did zone first and is able to accrue zone once again, she should have the option. Oh, this is a tough decision. Yeah, do you accept that or tank? Already dropping the zone. I think, yeah, that was enough to block Toad's additional pressure, so it ended up pretty even. And that can definitely be a playstyle preference, like, hey, do I want to be the first to zone or first to accept? Being the first to zone usually guarantees that you are going to have that zone charge, but being the second to send would allow you to be the first to tank, if that makes sense. First to possibly try to flip that attack against them. Lyra is very high here on their boards. See if she can make her way out. Ooh. And she does. With some Tetrises to boot, so I think she'll be okay, but Toad has been playing quite efficiently, so this could be powerful. Lyra does have this max zone waiting, and actually not a bad board state either, so potential for APM in addition to tanking this from Lyra. This should fire back pretty hard against Toad, actually. Toad does have this half zone. Potential T-spin waiting for them, as you can see, if they can make their way down to that. This might be too much pressure, though. Does find a down stack, and there's that T-spin, but no quarter zone yet. I feel like his Toad probably needed like one more line for that quarter zone. And GG, that was a good set. A lot of close matches tonight. We will likely see this match in the future. Both players make it out again. Thanks for making it out, Lyra and Toad. All right. Who's up next? I think we have Famo versus Delta. Delta, brand new to the Discord. Welcome in, and brand new to the Community Showcase. I think we are going to close the queue at this point, so we're just going to play any remaining matches. I'm actually might have too many matches now I look at it, or I might set it first to 2, depending on time. Yeah, we'll play this by ear. Ferox, what was DB Zoom's rating? All right, so Famo and Delta. Oh, Delta's already in here. I was looking for Famo. Oh, look at that. 8+ players here, finding their way here without me having to ping them. Good luck, have fun. So Delta, I believe this is their first community showcase. And today was Famo's first community showcase, but their second match. So we'll see if they can nab another win. Maybe Twiz. Not sure who Twiz would be rooting for the demise of the player that beat them earlier, or for justification for why they lost from the player that beat them earlier. Okay. Oh, you played Shock. I thought you played Famo for a second. Okay. All right. So, who did Famo play earlier? Too many players. I'm getting confused. Oh, PH. Okay. All right, Famo with that early win here. Well, yeah, let's check out Deltulu on the right. See what kind of moves they have going on. I like it. First to the Tetris. All right, so yeah, on deck we're going to do Night Shadow versus DB Zoom. We are kind of pushing it on time today, so I might, for those that joined late, I might just do it first to two. Out of fairness to those that were here nice and early. All right, so Delta, struggling here a little bit with Famo. I think they have similar play styles. Famo, I think, was able to utilize Delta's attack against them, so we'll see if Delta can rise to the occasion here in game number 3. Once again, being the first to have that Tetris set up. I guess no long bar quite yet for Delta. All right, there we go. Nice Tetris and a nice line burn there for Delta, opening up the second Tetris. And yeah, this is the way to go. Utilize your opponent's attacks against them. Delta has this max zone. Definitely is going to want to use it before it gets too high there. Unfortunately, Delta is going to top out. And Famo will take it 3-0. GG's. Either way, Delta, good to know that you are down to throw down on our community showcases. And we'll definitely have some matches here for you if you want to tune in to another Friday. But thanks for making your debut. I feel like we should get Delta versus TiVo. Be a good matchup. All right. Oh, also showing the room code, so make a new room. All right. So next up, and by the way, I think we've accepted a lot of matches today. Usually we end from 7:30 to 8. Might go over a little bit today, but yeah, just bear in mind, I might make some of these first to 2 just so that doesn't go too over. Okay, so Night Shadow and DB Zoom, you are up. I'm going to share the room code. Forgot how to play, but I did try. I just wanted to see how I would do, not gonna lie. Yeah, it can be hard to discern if you're newer to the game and don't play too much, like exactly where your skill level lies, but we have a good idea now. Either way, thanks for playing. We'll definitely, if you want to play in the future, use some other matchups. What's your go-to mode? Are you a zone battle player, or have you played much zone battle? Because I know a lot of our players don't even play that much multiplayer on our community showcases, but are getting around to it. So it looks like Night Shadow is in here, just looking for DB Zoom, and we'll get going. I believe that is DB Zoom. And I'm ready when you two are. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, for your first time, that's pretty good, honestly. Stacking for those Tetrises. I think the trickiest part to players that are new to multiplayer is just knowing how important bringing the board down is, because in single player you're free to upstack and set up Tetrises to your aside from like difficult gravity, high gravity, I guess. Generally, you have all the freedom to stack the way you want. And multiplayer really. One of the keys is knowing how to bring your board down and utilize, like how we see Destruction here, or Doom on the left, trying to stack around this open well is kind of struggling, but had the right idea, right? Just knowing how to utilize that free ammunition, because there's so many Tetrises already there for you. You just have to know how to bring it down rather than constantly be upstacking and creating your own Tetrises and T-spins, whatever it may be. Okay. Ooh, Destruction with a PC opener. Not quite the PC, but Night Hunter with the center too wide. I love it. If Destruction got the PC there, though, that would have kind of shut down this combo. Although with the center combo setup, it might allow you to IRS a little bit. Or I don't know if Night Shadow has IRS capabilities in their playbook, but yeah, not Night Hunter, excuse me. One of those Night players in our Discord, Ferox. Oh, got it. So are you using a controller on Steam? I know some players will switch to keyboards, so that can be jarring too. But either way, happy to have you here. And we also do like, it's all about good vibes and chilling on our Friday streams. Just playing matches for the heck of it, right? So not taking it too seriously or anything. But we also do team matches, and like if you're into the connected kind of thing, I think that's a good party mode. So we do that more frequently in the rotation. So if you're looking to play teams sometimes with us, Delta, definitely stop by. And yeah, those of you that have been participating for the first time in community showcases, this is a good time to plug the Discord. Head to the enhanced Discord and make sure you have the community events rule if you want to be notified. And usually it's first come, first served. Early bird gets a worm for these kind of things. So yeah, definitely let us know if you want to participate in the future. Although we do have a longer queue today. I'm going to blame Ferox for that, trying to get too many players involved, making me work overtime here. But yeah, definitely happy to have new players and get more people involved. It's nice to have a lot of casual players so that we have better matches for our community showcases. Or better matchups so that you're not playing players that have been playing for years, right? Playing multiplayer for years. Okay, so Night Shadow started their zone here. Looking to... They have 20 lines of garbage waiting for them, so when you kind of like assess the garbage queue, yeah, that 27 cancels out perfectly, right? So that garbage queue is in between the zone meter and the player's board. It's a good way to assess like how strong of a zone a player might need if you see them. Especially, it's easy to check if the garbage queue is under 20, like exactly how strong a player's zone would need to be. If you see it's around 20 and a player gets a 40 zone, that means 20 lines are going to be going towards D-Doom's way, right? Or DB Zoom. D-Doom. Destruction. Players have different Discord names than their IDs, so then I just completely mangle their usernames. Reminds me of, because I commentate both classic and modern Tetris, and then I'll mix up the terminology depending on the game. Because like classic Tetris commentators refer to it as the long bar, or typically the long bar, and like in modern Tetris terms, it's the eyepiece. So I'll call it like the eye bar, for example. Just no one else probably has called it that ever. Okay, so pretty even game here. Approaching 4 minutes now. So yeah, a close zone battle match can go on for a long time, right? Just like a long tennis rally. If both players know how to bring down the attack sent to them. And it's close, so no one's really getting out pressured here. The bar is showing exactly how many lines of garbage will come based on where it is. Yes. Yes, Twiz. Did I blow your mind with that? So, yeah, if you see it stacking up, so that golden flashing garbage, right? Or blue, depending on the side you're on. If it's all the way up to the top of your board, that means you have 20 lines of garbage incoming. If it's above that, it won't be able to read it. You're just going to have to kind of have the game sense or assess how many lines are coming in. But if it's below 20, you can see exactly how many lines would be coming your way. Trying to think of like what was my latest revelation in Tetris Effect gameplay, because like little things like that, yeah, not everyone catches those elements. What's another like not really explained element of zone battle? Yeah, some of the other ones, I guess we did talk about it on stream already, but the longer the game goes on, the quicker your zone meter will deplete, and also the longer it takes to charge the zone. That's something else for new players to watch out for. So we are about to approach phase 3. So really a neck and neck match here. And this is why I probably should set it to first to 2 if I want to get out of here on time. Yes, the damage with more zone charge. That's a good one, Nightings. So if you have a max zone, the line bonus so zone attacks will kind of hold the attacks from your Tetrises and T-spins, right, until it's like frozen in time, and those attacks will send as soon as the zone ends. But in addition to that, there is the zone line bonus attack damage, or zone attack line bonus. what am I trying to say there? So if you clear, say, 20 lines with a max zone, it's going to send a lot more than 20. If you send 20 lines with a max zone, it's going to send a lot more than if you clear 20 lines with a quarter zone, if that makes sense. So yeah, your zone charge will affect the power of the line clear bonus within a zone. Let me know if I need to elaborate on that further. Either way, we are in phase 3. This is a neck-and-neck match, which is kind of rare for players that are newer to kind of get this late into a game. It just shows how close these players are in a skill level. So if we're ever wondering why a bracket is being held up, this is usually why. It's because the players are close in skill and throwing down. Yeah, definitely don't hesitate, though, to use that max zone before it's too late, because there is attack power embedded into that zone attack, right? So if you want to be most efficient, you want to be able to kind of use that max zone and then charge up your next zone as soon as you can, because the quicker you have another zone charged, quicker you'll be able to get that extra line attack bonus from executing a zone combo. All right, so this... Ooh, nice down stack for destruction here. We're about to have a 10-minute match, which is crazy. How many? What's the longest matches everyone has had in the chat? I think I've had maybe. I think I've played a fair amount of Zone Battle, and I've only had maybe 5 games go over 10 minutes, give or take. Maybe more than that. I don't know. Like, it's pretty rare. And then usually you realize this match is going on, like, oh, this is epic, and then you stop thinking about the game, then you top out because you're like, oh, I wonder how long this is going to go, instead of actually thinking about Tetris. At least speaking for myself. Fifteen minutes is really long, Shock. 16 for Kronos. I can't imagine a 16-minute match. That's crazy. I would love to see a 16-minute match with like somebody like Akashi Robo at the helm. All right, we hit 10 minutes and 48 seconds. That was intense, and stats are nearly identical, so this is a really good matchup. And watch, we're about to have, usually following a 10-minute match, you have a 10-second match. We'll see if that's the case, but yeah, good fundamentals from both players. Ranked when I was still sub 10k, I had a 17-minute round 1 followed by a 30-second round 2. Exactly. Call me Star. Over an hour? No way. I don't see how you'd be over an hour, like, authentically. That'd be crazy. If I was a tournament organizer, I'd be like, well, couldn't imagine commentating that. Oh, yeah, I guess Akashi Robo and Kazu did have a near 10-minute match, didn't they? That's so intense. We had some long ones, I think, from this recent Tetris block party with the Yoshoda and Akashi Robo. Exactly. Yeah, flip a coin. All right. So again, we're neck and neck. Here's the thing, like, so these players are newer. I mean, it's obviously they're good at Tetris, but like I guess newer in terms of matches we stream. But it's nice to see that they each have a really good sense of down stacking. And knowing how to bring the board down. And that's kind of part of the reason these matches also go longer. Because that can get lost for new players, or that like idea. Definitely recommend just down stacking and keeping your board as low as possible to deal with these incoming attacks. And look at that free ammunition. So if Destruction uses a Tetris to get that clean well, they can get a really good counter spike. Oh, both players have this clean well waiting for them now. Alright, so Night Shadow, the first zone here. Actually, a really powerful zone. Even peace crawling a little bit there, trying to squeeze out some extra lines. That's a 40-line Perfectress. It's pretty powerful. We'll see if Night Shadow can stack on top of this and apply some extra pressure. Maybe go for a killing blow here. But so far, yeah, not the best zone from Destruction, and is going to top out. GG's. That's a really good matchup. Just Night Shadow having a better zone there to secure the win. And thank you for playing. Thank you for entertaining us with that 10-minute plus match. Destruction and Night Shadow. GG's. All right, who is next? And I may switch it to first of twos here. So we have Selenide versus Numbers. Longest match I had is 18 minutes. I believe after seeing your 10-minute match, yeah, you have like a nice conservative, safe way of playing. So even if your opponent knows how to out-attack you, the ability to downstack can definitely extend a game, which is an excellent quality to have. Let your opponents make the mistake. Okay, so Numbers, and we're just looking for Selenide. Yes, GG's. We got a GG's from Night Shadow and DB Zoom. Pretty good first showing for DB Zoom there. If Selenide is not here, looks like they're offline on Discord. Perhaps we can move on to our next round. Selenide, if you are here, I'll give you a minute here. If not Numbers, we might bump your match. Maybe we can try to find somebody for you since you are here. Ferox, what's the play here? I don't believe Selenide is around. All right, let's because for the sake of time, let's move on to the next match. We'll see if you can get a match for you, Numbers. Numbers, you win by default. GG, Numbers. Everyone clap at Numbers. Win by forfeit. Is it win? You gotta take it. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so that means up next we have Haunt and I Am Nobody. Yeah, GG's. Everyone get a GG in there for Numbers. If we get a match for you, we will. Otherwise, yeah, Numbers. Skipping that match for now. All right, so nobody found their way here. Just looking for the one and only Haunt, our friend from the UK. Who I believe has been playing some Splatoon recently. What other games is everybody playing? I'm gonna be working through Astrobot this weekend, trying to discover the enhanced characters in Astrobot for myself and record them. Been playing some Deadlock. Deadlock is a fun game. I'll probably play some Tetris Effect, actually, now that I think about it. We are going to have there is a full moon hangout tomorrow, so anybody looking to hang out, play some games, or find some teams, play some friendlies in the Discord, definitely be sure to follow that event. If you head to the top of the Discord, let me plug it. If Haunt is not here, we can do Numbers versus I Am Nobody. Because I do not see Haunt. For the sake of time, because I can't sit here forever. But yeah, head to the Discord. At the top, there's a little events section, and you can subscribe to the Full Moon event series if you're looking for those Saturday night hangouts. All right, Numbers, come on back. We're going to do Numbers versus Nobody. We did wait. If Haunt does come back, just know that we were waiting for you. Oh, Celeste. You know what? Actually, I bought Celeste on Steam recently because it was on sale. Yeah, I'm looking to play that for the first time as well. I just recently played this like Castlevania-like game called Ender's Lilies, or Ender Lilies. It was really good. I didn't think I would like it at first because like of the art style, but it really grew on me. Oh, all right. It looks like Nobody and Numbers are ready to go. Only game I care about is football right now. Yeah, so I believe Lyra, we can see who the real American in the chat is. Lyra excited for NFL football, which I believe is starting this Sunday. Go Bengals. Yeah, you heard me. Feel free to talk smack about NFL. Okay. Ooh, nice zone here from Nobody. And Numbers shown off the... So if you actually want to try... It's kind of like a hidden skin within Tetris Effect, but it's actually an accessibility feature for colorblind players to have like patterns on the blocks, and unfortunately Numbers cannot tank that. But yeah, if you are selecting your Tetramino skin in the gameplay options, if you keep going to the right, there should be some colorblind settings, and you can have this funky looking one that Numbers has if you're looking to mix it up. Kind of like similar patterns to the Game Boy pieces, right? We're talking gridiron shock. Also, the world revolves around America, so everyone knows what the real football is, right? Okay, so Numbers initiating zone here. Ooh, double T-spin. Very nice. As long as the Cowboys choke in the playoffs, the world will keep going. That's an interesting take. Never really thought about it that way, Twiz. No, jokes aside, I don't watch a whole lot of NFL. I mostly watch NBA. However, there are circumstances where you may get roped into a fantasy football league, and it makes football a little more fun to watch because you want to take out your friends. So I might be watching some NFL. All right, number sitting on the smack zone. Nobody has a bit of a messy board to work through here. Finds a decent solve considering. I don't know if yeah, if nobody's going to find a sequence to get out of that one though. Numbers takes a game numero dos, number 2. Can't wait to see how Dory does in Fantasy Football League. If Dory wins, it's going to be a sad day. All right. Ooh, this could be a clean zone for nobody. A little surprised they didn't decide to zone right then and right there. They are applying pressure to Numbers, however, so actually it might have been good game sense to know, like, hey, Numbers is playing a little too close to the sun here. If I apply some pressure before going into zone, I could force Numbers to zone uncomfortably, go into my zone, and maximize the attack. That was exactly what nobody was thinking right then, right there. All right. Really clean zone for nobody right now. If you are listening in on the radio, if you are an AM radio listener of Enhance, you may be wondering, why are you talking about nobody? That is actually their username. It's nobody026. All right. All right, Tetris set up for nobody, looking to make their way back to this column 8 here, where some garbage is awaiting. Interesting stack for both players. Numbers a little close to the sun once again. Oh no! How did that happen? They a lot happened within like a split second there. Numbers had the right idea. I think they clicked hold too early. They clicked hold before they placed the piece. So they didn't hold to get the T piece, is what I believe happened. So a mechanical error from Numbers is going to spill, or going to cause disaster. Going to spill disaster. I don't know where I was going with that. GG. Thank you, Nobody and Numbers, for participating. And sorry that the match count got reduced, but we are pushing time here. Okay, who's up next? Nightings and Kronos, get in here. Ooh, that's a good match. I had the luxury of meeting Nightings at the CTWC 2024, which was a lot of fun. Wasn't it? We got some food afterwards. Me, Nightings, Arf. Who else was there? Airplanes. I'm missing somebody and I feel bad. Am I missing somebody? Hello, Cat! Yes, I'm missing Cat! Cat's here! Wait. How perfect of a timing. That's hilarious. Welcome in, Cat. Literally showed up when I started talking about barbecue. Yeah, Cat's a wonderful, wonderful person. Welcome in, Cat. So Nightings is in here, and we need Kronos. I saw Kronos was in the Discord earlier. Kronos, make your way here. But yes, we also did a highlight video about in CTWC. So we had a booth at the Pasadena Gaming Expo, or SoCal Gaming Expo in Pasadena, next to the CTWC. So check this out. Yeah, within that video, let us know in the comments like if you had any favorite memories from the CTWC event, Tetris Block Party, any of the community showcases over the summer, stuff like that. I'll plug it in YouTube as well. So I already saw some nice comments, so I'll go through and read it later. All right, Nightings versus Kronos. Kronos is a well-known speedrunner. I believe they've been on the Baldur's Gate 3 speedrunning recently, and also one of the top Halo speedrunners. And can throw down pretty hard in Tetris. Came to an Ohio regional event recently, which was a lot of fun. Nightings with a curved 65 attack, putting a little pressure on Kronos, forcing this 3/4 zone. However, 3/4 should be more than enough to block. You can see there's about 16 lines, make that 20 lines of incoming garbage. So as long as Kronos scores 20 lines on their zone attack here, they'll be a-okay. We've got a 28, counters out perfectly. So pretty close matchup here. Nightings, also a key enhanced member, one of our best humanity players. I think has probably the most stages cleared in humanity. It's got to be close. We have some other, they're called top dogs when he gets in the max level in humanity. Some other people that have hit that max level, but Nightings is a true puzzle gamer. And Nightings has certainly stepped up their game in zone battle over the years as well. Very strong at score attack. Ooh, Kronos with a curve potential. Not quite the right piece, but almost had it. Putting a little pressure on Nightings, so Nightings starting halfway up their board with some messy garbage from phase 3 here. Ooh, that center square, maybe Nightings misjudge the incoming attack there. So similar line attack there. A little bit more speed from Nightings. All right. So a little misdrop from Nighting turned into a magical T-spin double. And both players staying on max zone. Kronos versus zone here. It'll work through it pretty quickly with the Tetris and T-spin double to boot. I think Kronos also wants a curb first. They're a little jealous. Yeah, Nighting really good at fishing out for these curbs. Almost had a 20 there. A lot of pressure from Kronos. But Nighting able to make it out and has some clean wells to work through, so can utilize Kronos' attacks against him. Yeah, so pretty close here. Both players, same zone meter charge. Nighting actually first to zone, despite being the last to get out there, likely due to kind of working through some Tetrises that were set up from the garbage from Kronos. Ooh, I like that, entering the zone right away with that super T-spin, kind of that square notch from Nighting. Meanwhile, Kronos burning his way through here. A 1641 attack from Nighting. It was really quick, though, so if Nighting has some follow-up damage, I think it should probably even out here. Oh, look at me. I'm a prophet. It evened out perfectly. And Nighting with a decent combo setup here does misdrop that L piece. Going to have to turn that into a Tetris. Or breaks it, but turns it into a T-spin. Setting up this super T-spin once again. Utilizing that speed and good game sense, knowing that I just need to move quick to have this set up here without having to zone or accept any more lines. All right, Nighting takes some singles, just playing low to the board here. Just looking for a good opportunity for a setup. Does set up this T-spin triple. Wanting to comboing during the phase 3 zone is pretty smart, just because it allows you to have an opportunity to get an Ultimatris a lot easier on phase 3, which is hard to do because zone meter depletes faster. Gets a really nice 40 attack into a T-spin double. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Kronos here, and Nighting is going to take game 2. Very well played. All right, Decider. Who's up next? We have Shocky and Call Me Star up next. Okay. Nice double Tetris from Nighting, putting some pressure on Kronos, forcing an early zone. Kronos would not have liked to do. However, it is phase 1. Kronos can get zone charge pretty quick and has a lot of garbage to work with, so not too big of a deal. Ooh, curb potential. Oh no! Wait. I think Nighting had the curve. I don't know if that was a mishold. Am I wrong? I feel like there's a curve there. But nice try from Nighting. Okay, chat verifying that they did in fact have it. I thought it was just me. I think Nighting may have held it there just to send a message, so that we could bask in the pain. Chat, was this a curve? Who's chat? Who is chat? Am I talking to myself right now? Am I streaming? Ooh, Nighting finding that perfect clear Tetris. Is there a follow-up? There is a follow-up. Okay, I was about to say. If Nighting turns this into a curb, that would be legendary. Not quite. Turns it into this weird Uno reverse T-spin double. Well, I don't know what you would want to call that. And it takes out Kronos. Very nicely played. GG. Yeah, great matchup. We'll need more Kronos versus Nighting in the future. Last but not least, we have Super Shocky versus Call Me Star. Make your way to the lobby. Need the Price is Right music when players are up. Oh, it says Super Shock versus Super Shock. Am I crazy? Oh, okay. Call Me Star rejoined. I was going to share the moment with chat. All right. We're going to end it with a bang here. Super Shock versus Call Me Star. Super Shock are two-time TECWC Score Attack champion and Trifecta champion. They're not one to mess with in Tetris. And Call Me Star is an amazing zone battle player. I feel like every time I play Call Me Star, they curb me. So really good zone play from Call Me Star. If we want to see some more curb trisses, keep an eye on Call Me Star's board. As I say that, we're probably going to see one from Shocky, because Shocky is like, I can do a curb tris too. That's exactly how Shocky sounds, IRL. All right. And I did get the I had a chance to meet Shocky for the first time at a recent Tetris LAN in Columbus, Ohio. I've met everybody there. Every Tetris player in the world was at that LAN, right? But yeah, it's always a lot of fun to go to the live Tetris events and meet everyone in person. All right. Ooh, that is a lot of pressure from Super Shock. And Star cannot even find the quarter zone there. So start with the rough round there. I know Star has higher potential within them, so we'll see if they can bring it within game 2 here. Ooh, rough square misdrop. Not the end of the world. A quick down stack to find that garbage well. And within phase 1, it's very likely that garbage will continue to build within this well. If yeah, so Call Me Star with a nice tank there to create a nice attack chain. Putting a little bit of pressure actually on Shocky with that attack chain. Doesn't force the zone, however, so Shocky actually with a fairly messy phase 1 garbage. Call Me Star the first zone here. Shocky set up with a fractal, that kind of that stacking T-spin double setup. All right. So Call Me Star able to fight back during that zone. However, that zone sent the cleanest of garbage, unfortunately for Star, and Shocky is probably going to be able to play with this garbage well here. Kind of building over it with T-spins, just knowing that there's some free ammunition there with Tetrises. It'll be good to use those Tetrises during zone so that you can get that lime bonus faster. Alright, so Shocky initiates zone. This is looking to be pretty clean here. A few options here. Okay, Shocky decides to just build over it, opting for efficiency over the zone bonus. It might pay off here. In doing so, Shocky is also getting this zone charge a little faster. I'm going to be just about at half zone here. Shocky does know how to maintain some powerful pattern stacking within Tetris Effect. So if Shocky's left alone to kind of play Ultra, they are going to be able to throw down some efficiency here on phase 3. And takes out Call Me Star. GG. Both players hitting that SS grade, as to be expected from these powerhouses. Thanks for making it out tonight. I think that's everybody. Am I free to go, Ferox? Can I leave now? GG's. Thank you everybody that made it out. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I do have the video loaded up. If you haven't checked it out already, I know I keep plugging it, but I'm trying to get the Mr. Beast numbers on YouTube and get some engagement there. So yeah, we have a T40 video recap. Definitely check it out. I'm going to play it here on stream, and then the stream is going to end right after that, so maybe during the recap we'll find somebody to raid here on Twitch. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. What is next week? Let's see what's next week. I don't know if I have... I do have one. I think next week we're going to be doing some teams. Yeah, I have score attack for the following weekend. Okay. So if you're looking for some connected versus next week, it's team up time. Maybe we can do some Maniac runs. I know we have a lot of players in the chat right now that like to play some Maniac co-op. But it will be team night. It allows us to get a lot of players in as well. Meaning I might not be here. 30 minutes past the broadcast time ending. But yeah, thank you everyone for participating tonight. And hope you all have a good weekend. We are going to be hanging out in the Discord tomorrow, so be sure to stop by. Oh, I see it now. Why is my chat window is being weird, isn't it? Oh, there we go. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm going to put on this video to close it out and find a raid on Twitch. So everyone have a good weekend. And stop by the Discord tomorrow. Discord.gg/enhance. Full Moon Hangout. Be there. Or be square. Bye-bye.
confidence that you can have from the movement afforded rolling.
I was hoping so.
Wow,
that
that
for a
is
spin tuck there.
Yeah. And Akatu might want to get that board under control too. Okay, good. Gets that parity fixed. Okay, fills on the left. That's what you need to do.
Yeah. And here we are in a zone. Very high up. Nice line 21 skim from Sake Gohan.
And a 61 from Jaden.
See what Sake Gohan can do in retaliation. Probably still going to have to receive some garbage as a result of this attack. 54 attack, quite a few lines.
Still receiving half a board. Actually,
yeah, that's going to be enough to top out. Oh!